So Apple has officially revealed its all-dropping keynote for September 9th, and we will see 4 brand new iPhone 17 models, new Apple Watches, the AirPods Pro 3, and potentially some surprises along the way. We're gonna break down every little thing to expect, from features to specs, brand new colors, and even the pricing and release date. But before we get into it, a quick word from today's video sponsor. Meet the Jackery Solar Generator Powerhouse 3000. This is the battery backup you didn't know you needed. This beast has a whopping 3072 watt-hour LFP battery. And that is going to allow us to get up to 4,000 recharges, which is about 10 years of life. And with its 3,600 watts of output and 7,200 watt surge, that is enough to run your fridge, Wi-Fi, lights, and even your RV. Power aside, unlike traditional gas generators, it's whisper quiet and it's safe to run indoors, giving that ease of mind without constant refilling, and you have convenient handles on the side. It recharges in just 2 hours with the AC, or you can keep it running with the solar panels. Now the app gives you full control, monitor the input/output, switch AC/DC on and off. You can set charging schedules, or even enable quiet charging for overnight use. Keep your fridge running and your food fresh. The Jackery House Power 3000 gives you 2 days of reliable kitchen backup. No stress during outages. Whether if it's storm season, summer blackouts, or even if you want to just keep your home office online, the Powerhouse 3000 has your back. I'll throw a link in the description down below. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Jackery, for sponsoring a portion of this video. Okay, so Apple is more than likely going to start things off with the iPhone, and that being the iPhone 17. Now, it's expected to see 4 models, that being the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and the ultra-thin iPhone being the iPhone 17 Air. I'm not sure what Apple's really gonna call it. I think this is gonna be like Apple's one more thing moment. Thin devices, it may seem silly, but when you actually hold it in your hand and you really use it, it's gonna feel pretty magical. And just because it's the 17 Air, you might think, hey, the Pro is better. This is still gonna have ProMotion 120 Hertz refresh rate. It's gonna be a 6.6 inch display, so the screen is still massive. And it's also using Apple's first in-house modem. It's so thin, it's only gonna have a singular speaker, and the battery life is gonna be pretty tiny too as well, so battery life is gonna take a hit, but I gotta definitely do my extensive battery drain test. The 17 Air is gonna come in 4 colors, that being black, white, light gold, and light blue. The pricing is gonna be around $900. I'm not sure about the storage configuration. It might start off with 128 gigabytes, or maybe even 256, but more than likely probably 128. Now next up, I want to talk about the iPhone 17 model. This might be the most boring one or the most safe one that Apple could do. First things first, the screen is going to be increased from 6.1 to 6.3, which is a nice bump up. Now, for the first time ever, you get an 120 Hertz refresh rate on the standard iPhone. Thank you, Apple. And of course, you get that A19 chip, so faster performance, better efficiency. It is expected to get an upgraded selfie camera alongside with all the models that I'm going to talk about on this video. But for the most part, the 17 is going to pretty much be the same like the 16. Now, it is going to come in 6 colors, that being black, white, steel gray, green, purple, and light blue. So fresh new colors. Very curious to see them in person. And of course, you guys already know I'm going to be doing my all color comparison. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you guys can be notified when that video uploads. Now, as for the iPhone 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max, these are Apple's ultimate iPhones. For starters, you're getting the A19 Pro chips, which means it's gonna be better efficiency, maximum performance, maybe more gigs of RAM. But what's interesting about the Pro models this year, the camera visor on the back is gonna look totally different. The material is gonna be different, going away with titanium and back on with aluminum. The aluminum is gonna accommodate less overheating. It's gonna be even lighter. And I think aluminum phones is just the way to go every single time. I think Apple got it wrong with the titanium and even the stainless steel. Added in aluminum now, it neglects wireless charge. That's why you have this kind of cutout on the back. So it's kind of like a sheet of glass. So you can still use wireless charge, MagSafe, and stuff like that. And what's interesting is we may likely see a vapor cooling chamber, so even further cooling off the iPhones, which heat is the biggest enemy when it comes down to phones in general. So this vapor chamber cooling is going to help a lot. It actually been hinted on Apple's invite, so you guys can see, looking at it, it kind of looked like a thermal or infrared, it kind of like, so indicating that, you know, temperature sensing. Maybe that could even probably be a reference to the new AirPods, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit. All the camera arrays on the back is going to be 48 megapixels, so 48 megapixel telephoto, 48 megapixel ultra wide, 48 megapixel main wide camera. Now the Pro Max model, on the other hand, may get an exclusive optical zoom, so up to 8 times. And like I mentioned with the regular iPhone 17, we will see an upgraded selfie camera to 24 megapixels. You know, the rear cameras is always going to be better than the front facing camera, so I would always use the rear. But if you have to use the selfie, then hey, it's going to be upgraded. It's also rumored that the Pro Max model is going to have a smaller dynamic island, so just a smaller camera cutout. The screen size for both models are going to remain the same, so 6.3 and 6.9 for the Pro and Pro Max respectively. And in terms of the pricing, more than likely it will be increased, so starting at $1,100 for the base Pro model. Not sure if Apple is going to start with 256 gigabytes for their standard 17 Pro, and for the Pro Max we already know that 256 is the base already, so that's going to come in at $1,300. So yeah, that is pretty expensive for an iPhone, and I know the tariffs kind of shake things up a little bit. Now in terms of the color options for the 17 Pro and Pro Max, of course you're getting black and white, you're getting gray, dark blue, and orange. Now blue in that orange color has been hinted also on the invitation, so if you look at it closely, you can see orange and blue, indicating that these colors are gonna be revealed. Yeah, let me know down in the comments down below, which color would you go with, and even which model would you go with. I think more than anything, it's gonna be between the Pro Max or the Air for me. So right now I have the regular iPhone 16 Pro model. Now in terms of the dates, September 9th, we will see the keynote, of course, starting 10 a.m. Pacific time or 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Pre-orders will start Friday, September 12th. In-store pickup and the availability when the iPhones are gonna drop, September 19th, which is on a Friday. And like I said, that is just the more than likely scenario. Of course, I'm gonna be doing an unboxing of every color, all the iPhones, all the models, the battery test, the drain test, the case videos. It's gonna be a lot, and you guys don't wanna miss a thing on this channel. So make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on, because it's gonna be one heck of a journey. Now it doesn't even stop there. We will most likely see a brand new Apple Watch, so the Apple Watch Series 11 and the Ultra 3. Now it's been rumored that the Ultra 3 is gonna have a bigger, larger display. Maybe more than likely that's probably just gonna thin out the bezels a little bit on the Ultra. 49 millimeters is gonna remain exactly the same. And also too, Apple is planning on adding in 5G red cap, so you're getting 5G connectivity as well. And we even have some new features coming to both the Series 11 and the Ultra. Blood pressure monitoring could be a thing, maybe. If that's the thing, then I think a lot of people are going to get this, because blood pressure it's an issue here in America. So it is good that the Apple Watch can potentially sense blood pressure. And yeah, I think that alone would get some people to upgrade. But I think it's just time for me to upgrade my Apple Watch, because I still have the original Ultra. This has been going rock solid, but just recently I checked the battery health and I'm at a measly 60% battery health capacity. So yeah, it is time for me to upgrade my Apple Watch. Had this thing for like 3 years now. Of course, probably faster processor, brand new colors. I think the price is probably going to be exactly the same, but due to the whole tariffs thing, I'm not sure what's going to happen. In turn, we might even get some brand new Apple Watch bands too as well. Maybe we might even see an Apple Watch SE. More than likely, probably going to see an SE, which may take heavy inspiration of the iPhone 5C. But something else that we probably going to see also, brand new AirPods. So the AirPods Pro 3 could feature heart rate monitoring. So very similar to the Powerbeats Pro 2. It has heart rate monitoring, but other than that, it's gonna look similar to the AirPods Pro 2. Although it may look the same, it could bring some improvements to the sound quality, to the noise canceling, and of course we could see a brand new processor, so improved connectivity. Of course, I'm going to review the AirPods Pro 3 compared to the AirPods Pro 2 and maybe see if it's worthwhile upgrading for you guys. I'm going to throw in some wild cards. I think we might see a brand new HomePod. We might even probably see a new iPad, the M5, or even the Apple TV. I know that's been rumored for a little while now. Now, as a tradition with new iPhone releases, Apple is set to release brand new cases. This time is going to be called Liquid Silicone and Tech Woven. The Tech Woven thing is reminiscent to the Fine Woven, but Apple kind of rethink their strategy because the durability was atrocious on the Fine Woven. So the Tech Woven is going to just be a better version of that. Of course, I'm going to be getting those cases too, getting them in all colors to see which one you should go with. And in terms of the liquid silicone, it's pretty much a silicone case, but I got to see how the feeling is compared to the regular silicone. But I think it's just a marketing thing maybe, but we got to wait and see until the event comes out and things like that and get it in my hands. I cannot believe we get into September. Time is just flying. But other than that, guys, that is where I'm going to end out today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on. Comment down below what you guys think. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Simply Pops. Until next time, hope you all have a simple day. Peace.